Ooh, that looks pretty
I don't
on
even know
your
what that
camera.
means. I'm throwing up this. I don't even know what that shit means.
Don't throw stuff
right.
up.
It can mean all kind of. It can mean all kind of stuff.
Don't
Look like
do
a
that.
I'm just saying, for real.
That doesn't look
Some
a
people,
thing like a vagina.
For real?
No, that's.
I mean the V, silly. Anyway.
Okay,
anyway,
V is not a vagina.
V is for what? Say it.
I'm just saying it doesn't look like a vagina. I know because I have one.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
You shit. You never know. Shit. God damn it.
Yeah, put some food in your mouth.
Oh, excuse me. I was hungry though. Hold on. Like they can't see me. Look.
Right. Yeah, everybody can see you eating. All right.
What up though, y'all?
Let's do this. Good evening.
What are we doing tonight anyway?
All right. So I need to do our disclaimer.
Look, we don't know shit. We don't know shit.
This is moving around a lot, though. We don't want this to move around so much.
Say that.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it to be still. Be still.
Okay.
Don't move. Okay. Good evening. Hey, LaShira!
Peace, though. What up, though?
All right. So, higher thoughts with Umoja and Bastet.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're going to talk about the warm fuzzies and how we always want to keep that. So, disclaimer. Hey, how you doing, Tamara? Disclaimer. We are not professionals we can't solve the world's problems, but we can talk about it and come up with ideas. Don't watch this with your children. As you can see already, we're already talking about vaginas.
I'm gonna start trying. Right? See, that's just irresponsible for real. I'm gonna start, but the topic, it depends on the topic though. Seriously, but I definitely need to start watching my tongue though, for real.
Well, seriously. I'm not.
Seriously.
I'm gonna say what I want.
I'm trying to sit up here and be pro-social and shit, and you talking about you not. Oh, anyway,
I don't do fake. I'm gonna be me on the video.
You can be and you, don't be. Talk to the people. Talk to the people for real. Because you're going.
I will continue to say whatever comes out of my mouth. Sorry, because that's what we're doing. We're having a conversation.
So when you talk about the feel goods, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Because the feel good, some people probably for real though don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, here is my thought on it. There's something that I say all the time, and I actually have to say it to myself quite a bit too, and it's, just because you don't want to hear something doesn't mean that it's not true. And a lot of times we don't like to talk about the things that we don't want to hear. Even if it's true, we don't want to hear it because we kind of want to stay in this bubble where we feel comfort and we feel good about stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you have somewhere to be?
No, I was just thinking of something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so confused right now.
I know. Excuse me.
So, Umoja, I'm passing the baton to you.
I think I asked you, what do you
You
think?
asked me what the feel goods were, and I think the feel goods are the safe subjects, the safe subjects, or the things that we pick out of the bad, the good things that we pick out of the bad to make it seem like everything is okay.
Something like that. I like right, and I like to simplify stuff. Sometimes I do. I definitely be long-winded, but when I think about this, I think we are totally okay with seeing the sister or the brother with the Black Panther shirt that looks really authentic and being oh, I love your shirt, and then not even thinking about but what the meaning is behind it or anything behind it. But then when somebody talks about hey, you should listen to this African-centered dude talking, as opposed to whatever video you watched on YouTube today, whatever Kanye West newsletter or Kardashian, whoever is hot and in the news, whatever news you didn't watch, fantasy, whatever you did, aside from learning anything about the oppression of Black people or the advancement of Black people or actually doing something for Black people, because that shit just literally goes for real. If And I know that for a fact, and we don't. But that's one of the things we don't talk about. See, we ain't even talking about that right now. But that's the feel good. Seriously though, when you talk about, for instance, Africa, like motherfuckers just be like, "Shoom," like who cares? Tell the truth. Whoever see this, tell the truth, for real, and talk to your other people about it.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, that's why you shouldn't even ask me nothing. I'm about to eat. Go ahead. That's what the feel goods is.
You are.
They just want to talk about who the first woman in space and who the first black person who did math. And,
okay.
That's all I want to talk about.
Are you starting?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you want me to say it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first bullet point. What do you feel when you hear about the achievements of blacks in America and beyond? So this is really important with Black History Month coming up.
Soon, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it's coming up.
That's
they're starting to talk about it. So, what do you feel when you hear about the achievements of blacks in America and beyond? So, I think, personally, and my initial reaction is, great! That's freaking amazing!
I agree with
that. Wow!
Yeah, I agree.
But then let's talk about... Why do we even have to say, like, that's so fucking great? Because
that's a good
should
point.
just...
Can I make another disclaimer? I haven't asked you this question. Like, we haven't talked about
no, we
the
have
actual...
not.
We haven't, like,
have
this
not.
is all coming out, like, fresh. So it's not like we, already have this, like, predetermined what we gonna say and stuff like that.
We just kind of, I mean, we just kind of write down, here's what we're gonna say, but I mean, here's what we're gonna talk about, but then we don't actually talk about what we're gonna say.
You off.
But my whole thing is this, like, okay, give me one. Give me a first. Give me a first that just came up, because you're the...
Oh, it was a first, here in Oregon, I think. Wasn't it in Oregon? Oh, no, I don't know if it was in Oregon, but it was the first black... No, it wasn't in Oregon, but it was the first black... Damn. Because I really don't be following it a lot, but I be sharing it and I see it and stuff like that. But it was the first black senator. It was some government official position, and I don't think it was in Oregon. I feel like I know it was a Native American woman in Oregon, but we are talking about black people. But I feel like it was really close to home though. But it was anyway. The first black anything we celebrated. We so sick. Listen, y'all. We so sick. We celebrated the black vote and getting the white man voted. I think it was in Arkansas. I don't know if you remember that. Seriously, I don't know if you remember that. We celebrated the black vote on getting the white man. We celebrated the black vote literally on a white man because the other white man.
Okay, but we're not talking about a white man.
Yeah,
we're talking about first blacks. You going on a whole nother subject.
Sorry.
So anyway, so the first black whatever. Okay, let's just say
let's say first black president.
All right. Let's talk about the first black president.
That's an easy one.
But here's the thing. The fact that we have to say, ooh, it's the first black president.
I can't remember, but go ahead. Yeah.
After so many years. And then we're supposed to look upon that as an achievement. But we shouldn't even have
Hold on, pause. Because we going ahead, for real. Because we going ahead. Because we also have to think seriously.
Okay.
Because is it
helpful?
Right?
That's
That's why it's like that though, because we went all the way for real though. Is it helpful to celebrate the achievements of blacks in America, like the MLKs?
Right.
Who they talk about? The Rosa Parks. Because we just talking about the traditional and trivia ones, right? Because those are the ones that everybody know, like when the kids in school, right? So they know the Rosa Parks and MLKs. Who else? Because that's who they know. They ain't gonna talk about Malcolm X.
Joanne Hardesty.
And he's popular.
Joanne
Who
Hardesty.
Joanne
that's
Hardesty?
who you were just trying to think of. Joanne Hardesty. Here.
She is something. Yep.
Thank you.
Who just said that? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kashawn.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
And we could even talk about her, but
okay,
we ain't.
But first.
Right? But right.
First, let's talk about that. No, is it helpful to celebrate these, and how should we? So.
That's a good one, though. Seriously, though.
Yeah.
What you think? Because I do think
I think that we can't just ignore these accomplishments that happen.
Exactly.
We can't just ignore it. It's like when your child ties... No, I don't want to say that.
What's on stuff?
I was just gonna
Speak
say,
your
like,
mind,
when
you
your
go.
child ties their shoe, and you're like, everybody does that, but it's really great that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not really a good example.
I understand what you're saying though.
But
Okay, let's go to the next one though.
Okay.
Because I see how.
No. How should we celebrate them though? That's a good question.
How
so
should
yes,
we?
I think that they. Okay.
I see. You. Go ahead.
Noodles.
We good. Talk to the people.
Yes, we should. Yes, they should be celebrated. I think so. I think yes, they should be celebrated. But how should we celebrate them? And in what manner should they be celebrated?
So I remember this reminds me of when we first was really organizing BCP and we were starting it, and we had the idea of coming up with a calendar, and it'll be instead of just like the holidays, like they holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter's. We was gonna have solstice. We was gonna have RBG.
Right.
We was gonna have and every month we was gonna have some ancestors' birthdays.
Right.
Remember, we had the flashcards with all their birthdays and everything else.
I
So we was
remember
gonna
this.
have.
Yes.
That's how we should celebrate it. Just like that. Literally.
So we
Just
need
like
to make
that.
our own celebrations,
We
and
should
they
have
need to
our
be
own
like
celebrations.
legit celebrations.
And it shouldn't just be, but it
For real.
Exactly. It should be legit celebrations, and
Real.
this is what
For real.
because this is what our ancestors died for. We just want
Yes.
to talk about they died for the vote, yeah. But our ancestors also died fighting. Our ancestors also
did.
died riding. You understand? Our ancestors died doing a lot of shit, and
Yeah.
we just want. But I digress.
Okay.
Let's
So how
go.
can we build off of past achievements?
What's up, Dari? I see you, G. I see you. Peace.
How can we build off of past achievements?
I think because this one make me want to go further, but I think we can no, but I think we can build our past achievements by just understanding that, like, look at from all of what we went through, and this is where the feel goods do, right? From all of what we went through, we still here, and for some people, that's a motherfucking enough.
Yeah,
for real. For some people, knowing a little bit about, oh yeah, we was once enslaved, but now look at us, we've been president, we're fucking straight.
Right. Just
literally,
Just
some of
settling,
this
like,
is like
well,
that, and that
we're
right
not
there.
Gonna get what
hold
we
on,
want.
listen.
So we'll just go ahead and take this.
And that right there is some shit that we don't never want to talk about.
No, we don't want to talk
Listen,
about that.
listen, right there. Look at Kayla. I see you. Salute to you, little one. But yeah, that right there, that's crazy, and that just came off the cuff, and that's something right there that
There's
black folks never want to talk
so
about.
many things that we don't want to talk
Anyway,
about.
but that's how we could build off of it, is by celebrating and seeing like this is what we didn't been through with nothing. We have so many people in so many different positions and places, and I could say that and it could just go off like it's nothing, but it's really a big fucking deal. We literally have people, and if you talk about movie production, we have directors and producers doing movies. We could all have our own doing that. We talk about fast food, right? Like we have everything. But anyway, go ahead.
Talking about, listen, Linda.
Damn it.
All
go
right.
ahead. What you say next?
So the next part, what do you feel? What do you feel?
I'm about to tell you what I feel when I eat a tater tot.
Can I finish?
This needs to be advertised though, but go ahead.
I just want you to know that I made this man
Go ahead.
some veggie tots that are made with broccoli and cheese.
Listen.
Let's talk about achievements.
Anyway, listen, you have achieved level X.
So I can get my back rub then?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Twice.
Oh, hey. Okay. Anyway, back to the subject.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel when you're reminded of the horrors that blacks have been through and continue to go through?
But what horrors are you talking about?
Okay.
Because
You wrote it.
I know. I'm thinking like, because when you say horrors, I don't think that digests.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
I don't think that resonate. I don't think horrors, but that's a really good word for what the hell black folks have went through. Like,
Should
literally.
we be more specific?
I mean, well,
the horrors,
well,
the pain, the anguish.
No.
Okay.
Seriously, don't even do it real. We could just say, like, is it helpful to revisit history of stuff like the KKK? But this is the thing, we could talk about history, but stuff like the KKK literally is still around now. Literally.
Yeah.
It was literally people. It's people in Ferguson, Missouri right now. Activist son was just hung. Literally like 3 weeks ago. This is a fact. This is a fact. So when we talk about like revisit history, it's like, nah, bruh, this shit happening now. But look, this is what I'm talking about, right? This happened a few weeks ago, and I promise you, I stood, man. I stood in my kitchen and then it broke down. Like, who gonna do something? Because this is not the first one.
Right.
This is not the first one. Daryl Seals shot up in his car and his car's burned mysteriously. I can't remember the other brother name, man. Excuse me, man, but same thing. He burnt up in his fucking car. Nobody know what happened.
There is
Mind
definitely
you, this is the police,
else.
y'all.
Yeah.
No. This is the police doing this, man.
There's
this
definitely
is everybody
something
who's
going on
dying
in
is
Flint,
activists.
Michigan,
After Mike Brown was killed. Y'all, man, and we ain't doing shit. I mean, we do fucking nothing. This is what I'm talking about.
You're
we
right,
nothing, yo.
You're right. We've totally become desensitized to the murder.
Nothing.
Totally desensitized.
God damn it.
Because we and the thing is, here's something we don't want to talk about.
We don't want to talk about it.
No. But here's another thing.
Fucking talk about it.
Bashir just
fucking
said.
Cowards. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Bashir just said we're becoming desensitized to this.
Already coming?
But we're adding to the desensitization when we sit there and we keep reposting our people getting killed by these other people, by these police. We keep posting these videos. So not only do we become desensitized, but everybody else becomes desensitized and keeps being desensitized by it.
Question now. Hold on. Because I see Adani say something, huh?
We're sorry, it's so far away from where we are right now.
Yes.
We're trying a new thing.
Yes.
10% of the and 90% should be progressing forward. Okay.
Yes. It don't even have to be broken down like in any way, but definitely the purpose for Sankofa is just to go back and just get what's been missing. The idea isn't to go back and be just mad. Because that's what happened at first. Because when you don't know, especially if you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I didn't talk to some people at my job in their 60s, and they didn't even. And they, man, who was the brother? It was a brother 27. He ain't even heard of Emmett Till. That blew my mind. How you damn near 30, bro? And you ain't even heard of Emmett Till? Like, word? That made no sense to me, right? So it's people who ain't heard nothing, man. Anyway, how can this history be used to strengthen the people though? How can hearing about the horrors and everything be used to strengthen the people? We just answered that. Right. I think we answered that.
Yeah, because you need to gather the information that you need and use it to move forward.
What's the next one?
So, was that to strengthen our people? Well, I think we need to look at, because I think you need to look at what's broken to figure out what needs to be fixed. So, how do you feel when people bring up the self-inflicted damage that black people, that black people inflict? Okay, well, sorry guys. Okay.
What's up, Peter?
Yeah. I hear you, Lashira. Yeah, exactly. Okay, how do you feel when people bring up the self-inflicted damage that black people inflict?
And that's another thing.
Shit we don't want to talk about.
Right. And that's for real, because we have. I said something to somebody the other day. We have to have a serious conversation about some of our allegiances, and that could be anything from like these designer clothes to church. You know what I mean? Some of our allegiances, and then just some of our beliefs and just practices are just daily practices. For real though, like, how is this benefiting us? Like, when are we gonna get serious about our position in the fucking world? Like, seriously, this shit is serious.
I really think that too much of us are just, there's too many people that are just comfortable. Man. They're just comfortable in, like, they're okay with settling for, and I'll say it again. I think I said it on another video. The table scraps that are being thrown to us.
You know what? I just thought about it when you asked the question. When we talk about the self-inflicted damage,
yes.
You know what I mean. When we do talk about the self-inflicted stuff, it's us against each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's a deadbeat dad. Oh,
right.
you's a bum. You know what I mean. Oh, she she gay, she was the LGBT, whatever it is, it's us going against each other. It's us going at odds. Matter of fact, let's talk about some of the topics and subjects that we don't want to talk about.
Well, first of all, when you brought that up, I really wanted that reminded me of how much black men and women.
Why you want to talk about men though? That's what I'm saying. You first thing you said is men.
I said black
I'm not trying to hear
men
that.
and women.
You lucky these people watching. You lucky these. Listen, they're going to be here for 13 more minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead, black men and women.
Okay.
Now you talking about women.
Oh, look, there's one right there.
Huh?
And look, the black men are first, and you're the one who wrote that down.
What you talking about?
Good job.
I said no. The first thing I said is how we treat queer people. The gay folk.
I told you that. I told you that.
The boys that like boys.
I told you that. Okay. Why is it the boys that like boys?
Because I said the boys that like boys. Because
I
just don't understand how you can't like just the women that just.
But that's
listen. I like bras and panties, but not to wear them.
Okay, but listen. This is the things that we don't want to talk about. Is the way that our community treats the LGBTQ community. Because we don't treat them.
Why do you think that?
Time and time again.
Why do you think that is though? Because nobody talk about that. Because that's for real. Why do you think? That is because usually is looked at as hyper masculinity, and we ain't talking about that right now. But we definitely should. Why ain't that a topic? Why ain't hyper masculine? But
we're having a hard time.
Right. But everything we talking about is what people don't want to talk about. That's some real shit.
Listen though, can we go back to that, please? Huh? Can we talk about that?
What y'all talking about? I see y'all still talking about girls and shit. Y'all done got y'all own party started.
Listen, I do want to talk about that though. I do want to talk about that because regardless of how I personally feel about that whole subject, those are our people. Now, I think that the problem comes into when
are you talking about how we treat the queer,
how we treat the and I'm going to say the queer community. I don't know if that's. I
I hope y'all
socially
understand.
acceptable.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that.
But
come on.
I get the
all that. We'll be all
mixed up.
All love.
So here's the thing, and this is just based on what I've seen and heard in my personal experience with the queer community, that my issue, and I think a lot of other people's issue, is that we feel like they're not putting their blackness first. They can't, they're fighting for like the rights of the queer community and not for what we have going on. I'm not done. I know. What we have going on in the black community.
But look.
Go ahead. Their feelings, I hear what they're saying is that they feel like they're not accepted in the black community.
And
that we're treating them bad. And so why would they sit there and fight for the black community when we're not even inviting them into the community and accepting them into the community? So of course they're going to go to a place.
Exactly.
Right.
We can't identify each other.
They're going to go over somewhere else.
With each other. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
They're going to go over with this other group that at least accepts them for something. Because the black community is not necessarily accepting them just because they're black. So at least over here, there's a community accepting them because of their sexuality. So that's just my personal thought on what's going on with that. What were you thinking?
Well, in the interest of time, I'm not going to give my personal thoughts on the same thing you did. Some of them are the same, some of them different, but we have some, right? So we don't just stay, because then we'll be going way off. And that's because the idea is that we're not talking about these things.
Right.
I remember specifically asking somebody from the LGBTQ community to let's get together and talk, like just me and you, or have everybody around or whatever, but let's get together and talk. And they was like, nope, my people said that it's not a good idea and everything. And I was like, all right. And I just was thinking nothing of it. And it was like, no, you're trying to trap me type. And I'm like, this is the problem. We can't even get together to talk, yo. Literally. Two black people, no matter what you is. But the next thing, one of the things that, mind you, this is just a few things, is how black men and women are at odds. And that was an example. Because I literally didn't even know how to identify cis or him. For real though, I don't know what they right? I identified as, but this was what I would say is a woman, right? Me personally, because I don't know nothing else about the person except that, and it was just like, I don't know, for some reason, even some women, and then they get on to like feminist stuff, and I don't even know if we was gonna talk about that here, but like some of the women be on some feminist stuff or some black feminist stuff, or think everything you do is toxic masculinity and patriarchy, and forget the fact about the black man's experiences. Like, sis, let's start from the black experience first, and you would not be calling me any patriarchy or anything. And I understand the power dynamics of a man and woman. See, right now I'm going off in that, and I ain't even what. Oh yeah, yes, black men and women are at odds. I do understand the power dynamic that a man has over woman in American society, and we all are victims of American society and patriarchy and consumerism and capitalism and racism and white supremacy. Everybody. Not just black people, right? However, when it comes to black men and women, for the black woman to want to be hyper focused on this patriarchy and masculinity towards the black man, when America's whole goal in life was to emasculate the black man from jump.
Yes.
From to the point of raping you, from snatching you up and raping you and then giving you back to you and saying, good night, get back to your husband. You understand this?
Yeah.
So when you talk about hyper masculinity and stuff, see, some of us are hyper masculine because we've been emasculated to a point that we think that that's what we have to do, is have multiple sex partners. You know what I mean? Have the flashy diamonds and all this stuff and the Jordans and everything and looking cute. And to the point where we looking like women now. Like we down wearing purses and shit and all the accessories.
And then when we talk about that, that takes us back into that other subject I was just talking about.
Men and women are at odds, man.
Yes.
They put our men and women at odds.
Yes.
For real. A lot of it is structured around capitalism, consumerism, and racism and white supremacy.
But we don't want to talk about the emasculation of men either.
We don't want to talk about the emasculation of black men. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on that, and then please.
And then we're moving forward to the next thing.
We have so many sisters who will sit up there and literally fight gay sisters, but a lot of straight sisters who will sit up there and talk about how there's no real black men out here, but they'll sit up there and clap and will damn near go to war about gay men, gay black men, or gay all men. For real. We'll sit up there and clap, girl, yes, and all that, and just kick it with them and everything. But to talk about there ain't no real men out here. For real. Anyway, go ahead.
Who wants in?
I can't sync it.
Oh.
We probably missed it. It was probably somewhere.
Is that this?
Let's see. Who is that?
No.
Nope, we already tagged you. Nuh-uh. Don't do that.
Don't tell me what to
do. No, I wasn't.
Okay. Here's another subject. Here's another subject that we don't want to talk about.
What's one? Uh-oh.
Can you guess what it is?
I'm ducking.
Religion.
I ain't got nothing to say. For real.
Oh, religion is something that divides our community up so much.
What up,
because there's so many things behind religion, and that's all I want to talk about. That's all, because I will get into a whole thing right now, and I don't want to do that. Okay. Let me know.
On religion.
Oh, you gonna say something?
On religion? No.
Okay.
No, on religion, I don't think there's anything wrong with religion in itself. I think something is wrong when it comes to the, I'm gonna use the word liberation, because it's a word we all understand, of our people. No matter if that's financial liberation, no matter if that's judicial liberation, actual quote-unquote freedom, no matter if that's liberation of our land, right? The liberation of our people. How has religion benefited that? That's how I look at things, right? How is whatever system we talking about, how is the American justice system benefiting black people? Like, how is whatever, like, benefiting black people? So how is Christianity benefiting black people, right? How is the Nation of Islam benefiting black people? How is just Islam benefiting? How is Buddhism?
Who will tell you.
And I understand this, but I'm talking about all black people.
Yes.
See, it's like, if you believe what I believe, then you're gonna be in my heaven, or you're gonna be in my whatever. So you good.
Right.
But no, it's like more of us. How is it benefiting all of us, right? And that's the thing. When it's a movement, it cannot be from a religious foundation, because it's not. It's gonna fail.
You're moving the camera.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Be still.
Sorry. I can't help it. I just got a hyper.
I know. But, okay, here's the next one.
That's the thing. Go ahead. You gonna do it?
Are you ready?
Do it.
Okay. Interracial dating. We don't want to talk about that.
Why not?
Because it always ends into this whole issue and this whole argument. And interracial dating, and does that mean that you love your people? And does that mean that you love yourself? And And then their children. Are their children black?
None of it.
All right. Next one. Slavery. Is that PT? Is that
PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Okay, I don't
talking
know.
about
That's you.
talking
That's
about
not
the
you.
talking about the
I don't know
lasting
that.
effects of slavery with the behavior.
Right, Adnani.
With the behaviors that we display today.
Mm-hmm.
How the effects of slavery still affects us today. But when you talk about that, the first thing a black person will say is that was so long ago. What are you talking about? We are way past a But this is a whole other study. We need to do this. But that's just another one. We don't want to talk about that. For real. Us as black people. I ain't even talking about mind you, this stuff with white people we shouldn't be talking about.
Right.
Fuck them. Not like that. Not like that. But for
Right.
real, fuck them when it comes to us, because we need to heal us. Because we fucked up with each other. We need to heal us first, the family first, the core. You understand? That's why it's okay to separate for right now.
Right.
While we handle our shit. Because we need to handle our shit. If our relationship fucked up, it ain't time to be separate and be talking to our friends about how our relationship is fucked up. We need to be talking to our elders. We need to be talking to our spiritual advisors. We need to be talking to ourselves about our relationship. Not everybody else, about our relationship. And that's what we doing. We want to invite everybody. Sorry, I can't help it.
Calm
God
down.
damn it.
It's gonna be all right.
Come on, you go. This is
I've
why
been
I
going.
can't do this.
I've been going.
I stopped
What's
doing
the
videos
next one?
months ago.
Can you?
The next one.
What's
is,
the next one?
The next one is. Yep. I don't
How
know.
do we
Cap,
do
your
it?
ass.
How do we do it?
I know how when he could I no because I did
Hi,
that
Lisa.
with you. Hey.
Hold on. How do I do it, Cap?
Okay, bet Cap. I know how to do it. We'll do it.
Okay,
Let's
do
pick
it right now.
let's pick a Cap. Let's pick a let's do not white empathy.
I need to bring him in. Is that this?
Let's do violence within the community. Yes.
Here we go.
There we go. We're gonna do violence within the community, Cap.
Okay. Here we go.
That's the topic that you want.
It says that you're not answering, Captain. It says you're not answering. Request sent.
Here we go, right here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Got it.
We're gonna do violence within the community.
It says no answer from the live guest.
Yeah, it did. It
Okay.
did though, Cap.
I'm trying.
Anyway, yeah, we see all the stuff.
Okay.
So we're gonna skip that one.
Wait. Let's see if we can get Captain in.
Until
then,
empathy?
let's do the next one that we don't want to talk about is white empathy.
You put that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Is he coming? Yeah, Cap. I don't know what's up with you. We see you, but it ain't coming on, bro.
Right. That's so weird.
Come on, keep going.
Okay, so anyway, white empathy in the black community. Seriously. Remember last week we were talking about safe spaces, and there are people that will jump down your throat for excluding white people.
And you called it white empathy. High five. That's a great term.
Yes.
Y'all better not steal that. That's a great term. White empathy.
White empathy.
Look at dude. That's sexy. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead and cook. Talk about it.
But I don't know. We're not going to talk about it. Now you blew it. God.
But see if it'll go.
I've been doing that. It says it's not answering.
It's not saying that you answer.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Let us try to.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Stick with us. Stick with us.
Right. Adani's up there cracking up. Go ahead and talk.
Okay.
No, you talk.
Okay. What am I talking about? White empathy? I already talked about that. Invite. Okay. So anyway, white empathy. Done with that. But there's a lot of Portland, Oregon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
And it don't have to be white empathy. It could just be other.
Who's that?
That's the homie. He cool.
Does he want him? You want him to tag?
Yeah.
Steven, you want to be tagged?
He can be tagged in it.
Okay. Tag.
But that is a good one though. That is a good one.
Okay.
Because the issue that I found, and this happened early, right? That I noticed that even in supposed to be black spaces, white people are present. It could be all black people, and whiteness will be inserted.
Yes.
Somehow. It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible, especially here, and I know that the black experience here is just a microcosm of it everywhere, but it's vicious. It's really vicious. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on. See, if you swipe, then they come back right.
Okay. Well, okay, so let's move on. Prejudiced. Sorry, Lisa. Prejudice within the community, and we kind of talked about that within the black community. No, within the black community, prejudice. Let's things like colorism.
And that's why I said the LGBTQ.
Yeah, the LGBTQ thing, but also things like colorism.
That too. That too. Classism
you know
within our own. Classism with our own. If you ain't on, if you come in looking like you might got a crack sack on you, and then if you come in looking like you got a sweater on with a little sweater vest or something, because you that professional type, and that's how you rock, right? There is a negative energy,
right?
Or let's say an unstable energy between that. There's not this safety of like, no, you black though, so it's all good, no matter where you from, no matter if your parents grew up.
If you come in looking like Carlton, it's gonna be some questions.
Absolutely.
Violence.
Yeah, Cap, that's what
violence within the community.
Man, when we gonna stop gangbanging? When we gonna stop gangbanging, y'all? When? For real.
We get so mad.
For real.
The thing is, we get so mad when stuff happens and then people want to say, well, what about black on black crime? Yes, we know about it. But when are we going to start talking about it? And when are we going to start doing something about it? And the thing about
talking about it, because we talking about shit, right? When you talk about it, then we could talk about solutions and actually doing something about it. But when we just sweep it under the rug, again, but it doesn't make any sense. How is this benefiting us? That's what we have to think about. How is benefiting part of black culture? How the fuck? Now, like, look at the like, let's say if somebody was banging, look at the Jews. When the Jews was banging, they banged on the Nazis. They literally formed gangs and took out the Nazis that was still hiding out. That's what they did. When the Italians was in America, they made the mob. You know what they did? They had businesses. They had the businesses taking care of the people. Everybody was paying taxes, and they were taking care of everybody. Was taking care of everybody, right? But us, like, we sell dope to ourselves to kill our communities, and then we kill ourselves, and then we go to jail. Like, we just got a triple threat. We just got a triple threat of ignorance. Right? Gangbanging is the dumbest shit ever. It has never helped us. And mind you, this is coming from somebody, like, I grew up early in Cali, and gangbanging was different. It was more like Cess, and this is where you live. It wasn't Crip and Blood. Then I came out here, and everybody thought that there was Crips and Blood. It was really cute and really, really crazy. And for real, seriously, it was some people who was really ignorant. Seriously. It's always a few ignorant people. You don't got to be a gamer to be ignorant. But it was just different. So, oh my goodness. How are you doing? How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, Steph? For real. Good to see you. But still though, I look at it now, gangbanging is one of the most organized black organizations that there is. It really is. When you think about Crips and Bloods and the quote unquote organization of it, it is. It can be wonderful. Even if it was a fucking drug ring. It can be wonderful. But can't even do that. Can't even do that because we want to rap about it and tell everybody. You understand? Right. So what is it useful for?
I'm trying.
Stop it. It ain't working, Cal. It ain't working.
Honest to goodness. I don't know. But it always says that you're not.
But it can change.
There's no answer from the live video guest. What if I tag you?
Try. What's the next one?
Okay. The next one is the truth about our history with white people. Okay, this kind of goes with white empathy, though. Because the minute we start talking about what really white people did, not only to us, but to every fucking buddy, everybody want to get upset and be like, but they're not like that now, and not all white people, and yada yada. And I'm just telling you right now.
Yes, we're going to get a camera, though, for real, because we're going to try to keep on doing this. But no, my computer is older than you, and for real, and yeah, it don't make no sense. But, however, that could be because no, that's not true because I did whole videos with people who I did it on the phone.
But you started with them.
Yeah,
you started with them.
Possibly. But the thing about
Cap, we're gonna figure this out so we can get you. Don't even
worry about it, Daddy. Yeah. For real. But The thing about white people, I don't know if y'all ever heard me or somebody else talk about what intergenerational transmission of stress or trauma is, right? But it's basically like post traumatic stress, but talking about like trauma in any forms, and it's been studies by every people about it, right? So feel me. Just stick with me for a few seconds. If black folks have this intergenerational transmission, focus on that intergenerational transmission. That's just generations of this happening, generations of this happening, generations of this happening. If black people have an intergenerational transmission of stress, trauma, racism, murder, theft, rape, robbery, literally everything under the sun. If black folks have this and we still suffer effects from this, and this is a real thing, please look this up if y'all don't understand this. What do you think white folks have? Because they were there. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. They were there. When we see the pictures of the slaves hung up, something we don't want to talk about, and the white people hanging around, some of them looking and pointing, some of them with their kids looking and smiling and smirking. Do you understand? We feel something different. White people, even the white people who might feel like, oh, this is really sad and messed up, there's a different power dynamic in seeing that. This is the same reason why a man could still say, but she was kind of like she did keep going to the room with them, and she knows at colleges they do this when she got fucking gang raped. This is the same thing, reason why me as a man could still say some dumbass shit like that. Do y'all understand? I hope y'all understand that. This is the same reason why white folks could just disconnect from the black experience, because they don't want to understand what exactly. They have an intergenerational transmission of superiority and fucking entitlement. You understand? Your best white friends. Your best white friends has inherited this. The same way we've inherited the opposite. That's the same reason why when we walk across each other, we still have this, are they okay? Are they safe? Are you a field? Or are you a house? You understand? All of that is intergenerational transmission of all that.
Right.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
I'm done.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the next one?
Damn.
You ready?
That's why. Yeah, go.
Barack Obama.
Why we don't want to talk about Barack?
Because
he was the first black president, the only black president. That we might not see.
He was, but there's a lot of
controversy
around Barack Obama and if he really benefited the black community. Now, I'll say this. I was super excited when Barack Obama.
Everybody was.
When Barack Obama came into pregnancy.
Yeah.
God damn.
Pregnancy?
Barack Obama in the pregnancy.
Hold on. What you talking?
His? You want to smell his neck? Or Barack Obama's? Oh, Obama. I smell his neck smells great. It's probably better than Barack Obama's. I'm just saying.
In a real way, though. In a real motherfucking way.
But listen, I was very, very excited about, again, the first black president. But then you have people out there that say, number one, he's not black because he's mixed. Y'all know how I feel about that. Okay. But then there's that whole thing where, like, what did he really do for the community? And was he just a pawn? Which, yes, he was. As all presidents are. They're just pawns. They really are. He's just a face. Was this just another, and I hate to say that word, but that's what it is, a table scrap that they sent to us to keep us docile? You're right. But see, that's the thing, is nobody wants to talk about that. The whole fact that there actually was another black president.
Pre-America.
Yeah, that from way, way back.
Ooh, the next one. But go ahead. Finish cooking up on Obama.
Anyway, there's a lot of controversy around Barack Obama and in regards to the black community. So, I'm just going to move on from Barack Obama and let's talk about
black individualism and black capitalism. Yeah. This one is something, and when I say black individualism, I'm thinking of like us. It's two-pronged. Us on one hand, like seeing individual success and like calling that like us as a people. Like this is us as a people. See, Lisa, you so nasty. Goddamn. shit. I ain't think about people liking Obama liking that way. I mean, damn, the brother is handsome and he got hella swag. Definitely the coolest president. Definitely the coolest president we didn't have. That's hands down. The like coolest. And I gotta say the handsome just because he a brother. Like, for real. Like, I understand, but damn,
Barack
you nasty.
Obama is sexy.
God damn it, the truth is coming out. God damn it, can I do I gotta put a motherfucking American flag on a lapel? Do I gotta?
You're just fine, just the way
I'm
you
just
are.
saying shit. I like
I
RBG.
didn't say he was sexier than you. I just said he was sexy.
Listen, you nasty,
I can
she
look.
nasty. Anyway,
I can look.
Anyway, but the black individualism, y'all. God damn, Obama, hussy, you light skinned motherfuckers. Drake fucking it up for me. Anyway.
There's that colorism.
There's that colorism. Right. That's why. Listen, but hold on though. Since we talking about it,
can we not? We're talking about black individualism.
Right. See, because I'm about
black
to talk
individualism.
About right.
Let me see if I can fix this camera a little bit.
I know. I'm sorry. We definitely got to get this.
We'll
right.
figure it out.
It's
for
my
next
fault,
time,
y'all. I got a
Sorry.
new phone and everything else. I ain't got no cake. Yeah. It's
okay.
Blame me.
Black individualism. Define. Someone needed a definition. What that meant. When we said black individualism.
Black individualism is like when this is my definition, mind you. I don't know if there's another one or somebody else who said that. Black individualism, though, is when like an individual black person strives to be great, and whether they be great or not, their focus is on their success. Success, not the communities, not their maybe their families, exactly right? But their immediate success. Now, in this, in some cases, other blacks will actually celebrate this individual success, whether they're helping the community or not, whether they're for a cause or not. They celebrate this individual success. Now, pause. On the flip side, there's black capitalism. Now, this is what is burning one of the things that is burning my soul, because black capitalism, for real, because it is though.
I know it is. I know it's burning your soul.
It really is though. Seriously, but it's like black people capitalizing on black people. Now, this is okay. On one hand, this is like the preacher, right? You got some preachers who really like sold out for Jesus and all that stuff, right? Seriously. Then you got some who just like, where's it? Cut the check. Like, where's the money? Literally go to school and go to Bible college, because now that's how you got to be. We ain't talking about that though. But when we talking about black capitalism, now it's turned into black people capitalizing on black consciousness, capitalizing on like how you see all of the like black girl magic shirts. But this is the dangerous part. Everybody's doing it. You got non-black people capitalizing on blackness. Blackness is just a commodity, like it's always been. Understand me, people. That's what black capitalism is. So you got black individualism, where black people just like, no, we just got to get financially ahead, but they just doing it for themselves. You understand? And this is true. We do got to get financially ahead, but they just doing it for themselves. Exactly. And mind you, and how about this? It ain't never been no Asian president. Somebody talk to me.
I wouldn't think that
it ain't never been no. It ain't
like Barack Obama anyway.
But what I'm saying though is that they don't care about no symbol of power. They want actual fucking power.
Right.
They go get theirs. Yes. They got Mia K's.
Yes.
While we want Barack, because he's sexy. You understand? I'm just saying though. Look at though. We could laugh about it though, but seriously though, they never.
I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Okay, next. Okay, here, this is important. This kind of lack of support to each other. And this goes with like us not supporting our businesses. Doing things like kicking our kids out while they're still in school.
Damn.
White people don't do that to their kids. This is one of the reasons why they're so successful, because they allow their kids to stay with them, while they're going to school. Where it is, a lot of us are like, okay, once this fool turns 18, he getting the fuck up out of my house. He ain't going to stay here and live up off of me the rest of his life. Or if he's going to stay here, he got to pay all the rent and all this and all that. Now, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be boundaries. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be some sort of help. But all I'm saying is we need to be more supportive of each other in order to become successful. So
that's it.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig
that. The lack of support that we show each other. The other thing that kind of goes with that is like when you see somebody doing great, and then we hate on each other. We hate on each other so much we cannot stand to see one of us be successful. One of us doing good.
We don't want to talk about that.
But we don't want to talk about how we act like that with each other. Like, so-and-so's doing great. Oh, that bitch, you should have seen her back in the day, though. She wasn't saying that when she was back there sucking dick behind the door. You know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying
is... You didn't tell me nothing about that. Damn. Oh.
I was just making something up.
I didn't know shit.
It just came to my head. All I'm saying is we need to treat each other better. Because we do not support each other in anything. If we were more supportive of each other, we would definitely progress way better. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about these are the things we don't want to talk about. Is how we don't support each other. Let's talk about this. Abuse within our community. And it's funny, I just saw something about this today. Anyway. We don't want to talk about abuse within our community.
And that's something, hold on, before you cook on it, And that's something that really, we could talk about the outlandish stuff, but the lack of a healthy environment for our parents and our parents' parents and our parents' parents that goes down. That's part of that intergenerational transmission, right? And so much of that damage that is done leads to emotional damage that leads to us being more violent, that leads to us being more aggressive and violent towards our men and women, that leads us to being on dope, that leads us to having these kids that are in these broken homes, and it just repeats it, and it's so damaging. We ain't even gotta talk about the like actual sexual abuse, the actual physical abuse, just the emotional abuse that we go through as people is just.
But there ridiculous. Is that though. We don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about like the grandpa who has his grandkids sitting on the lap, or the cousin the cousin that's babysitting, but actually, like, we don't want to talk about that. We want to slide that under the rug like that shit's not happening, and that just leads to more of that mental damage that we have as a people, because we're not helping each other. We're just pretending that, like, if we don't see it, if we don't talk about it, then it will go away.
And it happens a lot in black families. A lot.
But we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about
that. Like, not a little bit. A lot. Some of y'all watching right now have definitely been touched by somebody, or know one of y'all family members that been touched by a family member or something. Guaranteed. And I bet you probably everybody
that a lot of well, I can't say a lot of you, but I know that it has definitely been, in my experience, in some of the people that I know, that their family did try to sweep it under the rug because nobody wants to talk about it, and they don't want to cause drama, and they know that people aren't going to believe them or whatever, and they just don't. They don't want to talk about it, so they just pretend it doesn't happen. Or that whole thing, let's talk about this, though. When these people are bringing individuals into their houses that are abusing the children.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's something we don't want to talk about either. How we're not being careful about who we're bringing into the house.
That's a whole nother accountability talk. I want
Next one?
Not this one, though.
Not that one?
No.
Which one? Which one not? Not this one? Or not this one?
Let's go to that.
This one? Okay. You go ahead.
I don't know. That one's difficult. That one's personal. When we talking about the cowardice, that's the word that I use. We cowards. that has been, and what I mean by that is that, like, we have so many examples of our people being harmed to the point of murder by people who I could just say are our enemies, and they are enemies because they've shown that our enemies by the way they've treated us, by the way they've hunted us and killed us, and we've done nothing. For instance, and I'm gonna go, and a few days ago, I was watching Malcolm X's daughter. I randomly ended up watching Malcolm X's daughter, and she was on something that I don't even like, and I literally seen her, and I was like, she's on something that isn't even worthy of her fucking voice and face, and look just like her dad. Incredible. And she's talking, and one of the guys who killed her dad, who actually pulled the trigger and killed one of our greatest ancestors, is alive and lives in New Jersey. 77-year-old brother, because black people killed him. and I bawled. I cried like a baby.
Did you?
Because how? How is the person who killed Malcolm X? Malcolm X wasn't even 40 yet.
Mm-hmm.
He was 39.
Mm-hmm.
Who killed one of our greatest ancestors alive. He went to prison for however many years. I can understand being in prison, you were in private protection. I can understand even getting out and you probably change your name and all that stuff. But how? I literally cried off the pain of my people is so ruined that don't even bother us.
I don't know that it doesn't bother us. I think there's that sense of hopelessness that we just can't do anything about.
Because it's so much. Because it's so much.
Yeah,
it's
that whole thing where it was like, I'm comfortable the way that I am. If I do something about it, I lose my comfort. So I'm just okay with what I have
everything.
right
I could lose
now.
everything by standing up. Some people can't even say Black Lives Matter where they live.
Yeah.
Literally. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah. And lastly...
Ooh, wait.
Oh, what?
I have one more, though, that came to my head. Let's talk about child support.
Damn! Where child support come from?
I'm just saying, like...
How you do that? She cheating. I don't know where that came from.
I will say this. The abuse of the child support system. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just saying that's something we don't want to talk about. Women.
How long have we been?
Women. That's something that we don't want to talk about. The abuse of the child support system. Okay, last one.
The black status quo.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
The black status quo. The black status quo is where...
You just choked on a Dorito, Lisa?
The black status quo is where... the black status quo is like the median of blackness on any social ladder, success or failure. And what I mean that is, like, when you look at the black prison population, like, it's the worst. When you look at the black college graduation leading to higher wage, it's the worst. When you look at the and don't quote me on that, because I just pulled that out the air, but because I know for black women it isn't, but for the men. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying. When you look at anything socially in terms of advancement of our people, the black status quo is damn near always on the bottom. If it's the worst, it's on the top. And if it's talking about some things that is progressive, we on the bottom. Like, that's just the black status quo, and we don't talk about that because we like to talk about the feel good stuff. We like to point at the first black woman judge in Arkansas or some shit and act like we all good.
But when you look at stats, you also, like, a lot of us realize that, like, we know who's making those stats, and they're not entirely correct.
That too. That's a good point. That's a great point.
And so I think we don't give as much credit to those. I just don't even know what I was getting ready to say. Okay, stop. I can't even remember what I was going to say because this one right here. But anyway, let's talk about can we heal as a community without talking about these subjects?
What do you think about that?
I think we have to start talking to each other. I think we have to start talking about these hard things, and we're going to have to get past this whole thing where we want to feel good about everything. I think we have to start talking about the hard subjects, and we have to start I'm pretty sure I said this last time, because this is something that I know I struggle with, and this one definitely struggles with, and that's we need to start listening to each other to learn and not listening to respond. We have to have these good conversations.
Okay, so that was stupid. Let me say what I No,
yes,
real,
Lisa, we have to. No, we have to start talking about these things.
We're
not going to get anywhere if we don't start talking about these things, because in any kind of healing process, you have to get to the root. You have to be honest.
You have to break it down
about what's going on and what's happening. And if you're not being completely honest and open about it, then it's not going to get fixed. You're not going to heal from it. So We already what's this say? We already disagree. Oh, that's the problem though. We disagree on so many things, but I think we just talked about that one. It's like we have to start listening to each other to try to understand where we're coming from on these different things. We've all got these different experiences because we're individualists, unfortunately, as a people. That's just how we think. We just we're on survival mode. We're each just trying to survive and make it to the next day. And so we have it in our head that we need to be these individuals that just make it to the next day. If we can just make it to the next day, we'll be okay. So we have to kind of start losing that mindset and start working together as a community. And the thing is, we don't trust each other. That's another thing we don't want to talk about. How we don't trust each other. We hate on each other and we don't trust each other. We have to figure out how to get past that. I need that other part.
Yeah, it comes with talking.
What are you doing right now?
But talking about all this, because when we don't and we just try to go in advance without talking about this, all of this stuff comes up. Because we didn't even talk about how our being promiscuous gets in the way of our movements. We didn't talk about how we can't even trust each other like that. No, seriously though, we need to talk about hold on, wait the fuck up. How you gonna look at me like I got smallpox or some shit?
I don't know.
Okay, but for real though, we didn't talk about a lot of stuff that we don't want to talk about. Actually,
I want to know this.
Say it.
We have to start teaching our youth about these hard truths. We do.
Man.
How do we teach our children the truth without traumatizing them? Because this shit's traumatic. Like, if we get down into the root of all these hard topics, shit can get traumatic. It really can. Of course, not all of these things that we're talking about are appropriate to talk about with children. But there are a lot of things. At some point, yes. But there's a lot. How do we teach? We have to stop letting our kids go around with these blinders on their faces. And it's bad enough that we have them pushed into this system, this white system, where they're being taught all these things that we know that's not the right shit. So we have to take the initiative to start teaching them the other side of the story.
I look at it as, and that's part of the feel goods, is that like some of us just only want to talk about the good stuff and lead our kid. I look at it as like having your kid believe in Santa Claus, right? And you one of them people who your kid was oblivious until they were 10, and then all of a sudden they find out it's no Santa Claus, and they're literally crushed. They say I fucking hate you. You're a liar. How can you right? And they're really crushed by knowing that there's no Santa Claus. So when black folks grow up oblivious to what racism, white supremacy is, oblivious to what their real history is, oblivious to the greatness that was stripped from them, oblivious to how they were suppressed from the real American dream, if we want to call that. And then one day they realize that, wait a minute, I am different. When they're on a football team or something, and they go on a road trip, and they look at that, and you know what I'm saying, and they look like, wait, we in all white, and they realize that I am different. When the mixed girl realized that, wait a minute, I'm not white. All my family is white, but I am different, right? Like that is harmful. That is very harmful, and they be sick.
We have to teach them how to function in a white world, and yet
I can't stand you, Lisa. I don't know where you at, Lisa, but I can't stand you. You're crazy self.
I hate to tell you this, sis. Santa is not real.
Not today.
But how do we teach them how to function in a white world without having them live in total fear? So that's just, how do we find that balance and talk about these hard things? I think it was even after high school that I finally came to terms with it. Oh, you talking about the whole being different? Yes.
Is we finished? Yes. Is we done? This has to...
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
What time is it, guys?
No, it's been about an hour, actually. It's been like an hour on the nose.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good. Okay.
I thought it was longer.
But anyway, so that's stuff to think about. This is all just stuff to think about. This is why we're having these conversations, because these are things that we need to think about as a people. We need to be thinking about these different things, and how do we talk about these difficult conversations? And then when we're done, how do we teach our children about these difficult conversations? Because you don't want our kids to be traumatized. We want them to be happy, but we also want them to know the truth. So, yeah. Yes, you are. Why aren't you in bed, Lisa? You and your insomnia. You and your insomnia.
You want to talk to your friend? You can call her. Y'all can go on FaceTime.
Okay.
So
anyway,
Messenger.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
You got something sweet?
We have to think of an outro that we say every time we do one of these videos.
I got it.
What is it?
Your mama. No.
Okay, I'm done.
Just your mom.
I'm done. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, it has been real. Thanks for coming.
It has.
Thanks for joining in on the conversation.
Watch it, share it next week. We gonna talk about a relationship kind of.
We're not talking about anything next week.
The week after that. What we talking about?
We're
next?
not talking about anything the week after because I'm busy and I'm moving and I got shit to do.
Damn.
So it's gonna be.
I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about how. I can't think.
It better be good. That's all I'm saying. I can't
think of nothing.
What's it gonna be?
I can't think of nothing that was both witty and shitty. So I'm gonna just be quiet. Good night.
That's a great idea. Good night, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.